What's going on, everyone? John here from The Real Talk, back again with another review, and that is for Hellboy, which was directed by Neil Marshall and stars Ron Perlman. I'm just kidding. I wish. It actually stars David Harbour, Ian McShane, Daniel Dae Kim, and Milla Jovovich. I'm sorry about that. To be perfectly honest, guys, no spoilers here. I didn't want to make this review, but I was like, screw it. I'll just try to let the people know why I don't think they should watch this movie. But like I do say in every single review, if you guys are interested in this movie in any way, shape, or form, go watch it. Go form your own opinion. This is just my opinion. I'm just trying to say, hey, I had this experience with this movie, and take that for what you will. So anyways, Hellboy. So this movie was supposed to be the third in the Guillermo del Toro franchise, but I believe he wanted a little bit more money than the studio was willing to give him, and the studios were like, you know what, we'll pass, unfortunately. So they decided to go with the reboot. I was bummed out because I really liked the Guillermo del Toro franchise. The first one was a cool, fun film, and the second one was really just a step forward in that, and it was one of the low key, like, I don't feel like it doesn't get the love it deserves, because it's a really great film. But so with that being said, I was bummed out, and then we found out that David Harbour, who's hot off Stranger Things, was going to be playing Hellboy himself. So that was pretty cool. So you know what, David Harbour's pretty cool, and I can't wait to see what he brings to the character. And that was it. Also, Neil Marshall was announced as a director. I was alright. I liked some of his movies that he did. This movie's going to be rated R, so now we get to see Hellboy in a different light. God damn it. They should have just gave the fucking money to Guillermo del Toro and Ron Perlman and let them finish off that trilogy, because this movie was more than a mess. This movie, and it kind of just makes me mad, because this movie had such great potential with it being rated R. Not saying that, rated R movies tend to be better. It's just like we never seen a character like that before. So with that being said, especially like Neil Marshall, it had great potential, because I love this character. This character is great, but honestly, just the editing in this movie, everything. I was just thinking about it too. There's no score. There is a score, but I just felt like there was no score. It just didn't. Obviously, the scores aren't supposed to pop off, in every single movie. Like, oh, I noticed the score. The score is supposed to be great, but it's just like I noticed. And if you guys hear something in the background, my brother's watching Justice League. I should just watch that movie over doing this review. But anyways, for me, I don't know. The score wasn't memorable at all. There was music. There was like a soundtrack to the movie, but sometimes the songs were cool, but they just threw them in there just to, okay, like, it was just out of nowhere and out of place sometimes, even though the songs were pretty good. The comedy falls flat sometimes. I mean, I'll get to this a little bit later, but David Harbour does the best he can with what he's given, and sometimes the comedy hits, but sometimes it's just forced, and it's kind of like, what? Was that supposed to be a joke? The action, some of the CGI was atrocious. There's some PS4 games with better, graphics in CGI than that. But some of the practical stuff worked. But again, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. It's just that sometimes some of the scenes I'm like, whoa, that was really bad. Like, without any spoilers, when you see Hellboy kind of coming into light when he's a little baby, that I was, goddamn, that's 100% CGI. Some of the acting from all the rest of the cast was kind of, they were just there. I don't know what they were doing. And there's just no sense of like story. There's no sense of you connecting with Hellboy as a character. Obviously, it's going to be a little bit harder for us to connect with him. But I mean, in the first two films, I really, I was rooting for this guy. And in a sense, David Harbour does bring a sense of charm to the character. And like, again, he is funny in some parts. So we do kind of root for him. But like, there's just nothing to him that would make us care about him, care about his decisions and stuff like that. There is this like father and son aspect to the film, but I feel like it should just been handled better. And now thinking about it, there's this one character. I believe, I'm not sure what her name is, but then again, yeah, there it goes. Some of the characters weren't even memorable. Like, you don't even remember their names. But anyways, her power is like, I guess, is ghost projection. She can talk to dead people. Kind of reminds me of the Umbrella Academy character. But she can kind of, I guess, spew out a ghost. She just touches a dead person and the ghost comes out. My God, that was such bad CGI. Anyways, there again, the script was such a mess. There's no sense of story, no sense of like, sometimes the scenes were out of place. The beginning literally happened like there's so much exposition in the beginning, and it was like quick. And it was like, what the heck? Like, we'll slow down, you know? And it was like just like one thing out of another. Boom, boom, boom. Okay, King Arthur. All of a sudden, there's a witch is there. All of a sudden, Hellboy's there. All of a sudden, Nazis are there. It's like, what the heck's going on? And then at the end too, I felt like they just ended it just to end it. Like, it's just like, really, like, in the kind of like the end credit scene kind of teases something, but like, come on, unfortunately, I don't think it's gonna get a sequel. But just, the ending was kind of just like, you know. But anyways, getting to the good stuff. This review is already 5 minutes too long. David Harbour as Hellboy, I thought he was pretty cool. Like I said, he's charming, he's funny in some scenes. I feel like he did bring something to the character, but again, we just didn't have that thing to connect us more with him, and that's not his fault. His performance was pretty cool. This being a Neil Marshall film, it was very gory. Obviously, if you've seen The Descent, that was a gory film too. And I thought with this character and these kind of, and this, see, this is the thing. I love Hellboy and that world that he's in, and it's such a broad world that I wish this would make a great Netflix series, or, you know. No, I won't get into Disney Plus, but anyways, it would be great on Netflix if Hellboy had his own series, because his world's so big and everything's like that. So where he's fighting like all these different type of monsters and stuff like that, that's pretty cool. And there is some practical stuff going on there, and I really appreciated that. But again, some of the other stuff like the giants, I'm pretty sure that was a lot of that was CGI. But that scene was cool. There is some cool action, but not anything that pops up and that pops out, you know. And like I was going back to what I was saying is there's a lot of gore in this movie, a lot of blood and guts spilling everywhere, and that was pretty cool. Seeing Hellboy just punch someone, and also the warhog character, the pig character, whatever, kind of just ripping people's arms. That was pretty cool for some reason. I was really digging that. And some of the visuals were pretty cool, like when Hellboy's riding that dragon thing or whatever, when he has the horns. That was a badass scene. Like, I loved how that was set up. And I think that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I liked. Just David Harbour's performance. Some of the visuals were pretty cool. Some of the fight scenes were pretty cool as well. The gore really worked for me for some reason. But other than that, I just didn't have a fun time. I was kind of just sitting there. This guy, actually, I went with my buddy, and this guy actually, I thought he said, "Excuse me, guys, I'm going to the restroom," because we were like in the reclining seat, so we had, put the reclining chairs down. He never came back, and I don't blame that guy. But anyways, such a huge missed opportunity, because like I said, I love Hellboy and that world that he's in. I would love a franchise to really dive into that. And again, I really feel like they should just give Guillermo del Toro the money, even though it would have lost money. They still would have had a great franchise in their hand, a great trilogy. Unfortunately, this isn't like the big movie to break out, David Harbour from a supporting actor to like a leading actor. I mean, hopefully it does something for him, because he was in the problem in this movie. But yeah, guys, I can't recommend this movie, but that's my thing. This is my opinion, but that's what I'm saying. If you have some sense of like, okay, I'm interested in this movie, go watch it and experience it, make your own opinion about it. That's what I stress about in movies. This is just my opinion. I'm just giving you guys, my opinion, because there's a lot of instances that are like, oh, hey man, thanks so much for your opinion. I'm not gonna go see this movie. I had, kind of my hesitations about it, but I saw your review, cool. But some other people just want to get a perspective before going into the movie. So there's that. But yeah, guys, if you guys have seen the movie, it did release that last night. So if you guys have seen the movie, let me know your thoughts on it in the comment section down below. If you guys want to find us outside of YouTube, you guys can at The Real Talk with 2Ks on Twitter and Instagram. You guys can also find us on Stardust, just at The Real Talk. And until next time, we'll see you at the movies. Peace.